Hey everyone, and welcome to Boogie Mama Riffs. Today we're going to be doing our rankings of AC/DC's first 10 albums, least favourites to the best favourites. That's the nicest way to say it. And I've done a few of these now. I just want to say, this is just my opinion on the rankings. These aren't world official or whatever it is. So I just wanted to start off with number 10 on the rankings of the Australian band AC/DC's albums from least to best. Fly on the Wall. That's number 10 for me. It's not a bad album in my opinion. It's, I think, the second one from memory that Malcolm and Angus produced themselves after the big hits of Back in Black and For Those About to Rock. And I also think, for some reason, that album, I don't know, the main thing I would say about Fly on the Wall, why it'd be number 10, is the mix of it. You might have heard me say on the channel before, sorry AC/DC, sorry Angus, but yeah, it's just the mix of Fly on the Wall. I don't think it's that bad an album, it's just the mix of it, and yeah, just kind of, let's move on. Number 9 is Flick of the Switch. That was the first one that Malcolm and Angus produced on their own after Robert Mutt Lange helped the band with Back in Black. Highway to Hell, Back in Black, and For Those About to Rock. Robert Mutt Lange, he did the production on those three massive hits, brought AC/DC to the world stage, and then for some reason, whatever it is, for this album, the third one after Bon Scott passed away, Flick of the Switch, they produced it themselves. And for me, Flick of the Switch isn't a bad album. Some people bag out the cover. I actually like the white cover, and I think it's cool. Flick of the Switch. Number 8 is Back in Black. How can that be your 8th favourite? Well, Back in Black, I don't know, it's been overplayed and it's cool and polished and everything, but yeah, I really like the album Back in Black. For some reason, I put it down at number 8. Number 7, For Those About to Rock. Now we're getting into the ones I like more, the top few. For Those About to Rock, that's a really good album. I like how, some people talk about the canons and that and For Those About to Rock, but I just like some of the different tunes, like I'll Put a Finger on You, and Evil Walks, and Inject the Venom. COD, there's some great tunes on For Those About to Rock. And number 6 in the rankings of AC/DC albums least to best, number 6 is Highway to Hell. Okay, I said that like Bon Scott a little bit there, but Highway to Hell would be number 6 there for whatever reason. Obviously, Mutt Lange did the production on that. Great album, got that real punchy kick drum in this. And in the mix, and yeah, I think Mutt Lange really hit a goal with that album. AC/DC writing it, of course, and Bon and everyone. Number 5 in the top 10 is High Voltage. Now this is the High Voltage. I'm trying to think whether this is Australian High Voltage or American High Voltage. So apparently when AC/DC recorded High Voltage and TNT in Australia, and then when they linked up with Atlantic Records, they did a deal where they could make an album called High Voltage as well, a different version of High Voltage. You've got the Australian High Voltage and the American High Voltage, but the American High Voltage is TNT and High Voltage together. So I'd say at number 5 I have the USA High Voltage, which is the version that has 2 songs from the first Australian High Voltage album, and then the rest from TNT. Great album, it really is. Chuck Berry stuff, gotta love it. And number 4 is Power Age. Power Age is one of my favourite AC/DC albums. I think it's Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones actually likes this album as well, and yeah, I just remember when I first bought AC/DC Power Age, and man, how they open the album with Rock and Roll Damnation, it just really is insane. They're such a cool band. And number 3 in the top 10 least to best AC/DC album rankings is Let There Be Rock. Now, yeah, Let There Be Rock's a great album. It starts with Go Down, and you know, how can it get higher than that? And then it goes into Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, and Bad Boy Boogie, and Dog Eat Dog, and Let There Be Rock. You know, there's so many great tracks on that song. And if you're going to talk about whether this is the American Let There Be Rock or Australian one, the American one has Problem Child on it from Dirty Deeds in Australia, and the American one has, Australian one has Crab Soddy in Blue, American one has Problem Child. And yeah, it's kind of different. We'll try and stick to the American tracks so we can finish this rankings out neatly. And number 2 is Who Made Who. I tell you what, can I have a sip? Who Made Who? That is my second favourite AC/DC album. I know it's a bit of a greatest hits and everything, they only have sort of a few new tracks on it, but Who Made Who, the song and the album, and Harry Vander and George Young actually came in and helped produce that in 1986 for the movie Maximum Overdrive. And finally, number 1. My number 1 favourite of AC/DC album rankings, from number 10 to number 1, my favourite is, and we're talking about the USA ones, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. That's my number 1 AC/DC favourite album right now. It has a few tracks off the Australian albums into it, drip fed into them, like Love at First Feel, Rocker. I mean, whoever's idea of putting Rocker on Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap album, that's genius. So that's my review today from the AC/DC albums ranked number 10 to number 1. So thank you for watching us today, and next time we're going to bring you something awesome. See you next time.